Education and your words, I hope, are flying both in the best of the scenario, best of the colors. Yes, because it is Hindu newspaper which is giving you the wings to fly. Yes, the newspaper, I have every day marking the words from this, every day I am doing that. But then if you find those words, if you are missing those words in the newspaper, we will soon come up with a series where we will show you the newspaper and the words that you want us to mark out, the live class, and then you can easily put up your words or your doubts and the editorial section. I hope now the things have a bit more in a better scenario because you have started reading Hindu long back. So now you have grasped a lot of words, your vocabulary, the booster series has also boosted you up and you are there in a better platform, right? With this motivation, let's move ahead for the next word. The word which we have today is the word which means something which is done in a haste. It's a well-known epigram in English. Haste makes waste. If you do something in a hurry, it means you are wasting things, you are not doing things in the right perspective. So, haste makes waste. That is called the word expediency. This is a quality or state of being suited to the end. It is suitability, it is fitness, it is haste, it is dispatch. Like I am writing the route here which works, that is X out. Some of you asked us that the board is not visible. See dearies, this board is a fixed board and we don't change the angle of the board every time. And I try to use the darker marker and I also get aside so that you can see the words. Still, if you face a problem, do let us know because zoom it, make it in a broader scenario. Then if still you face a problem, do let me know. The word X means out. So, expediency is the quality or state of being suited to the end, something which is a suitability, something which fits, and as I was saying of the phrase, haste makes waste, right? Okay. Exoneration. Exoneration from the root again X out. You are out from your charge or duty. See, you are acquitted. See the word so simple to remember. AC means sharp. Quit means out. You had heard of the Quit India movement 1942. So, you are so sharp that you are free from your charge or blame. Exoneration. Please note another word, exculpate. From the root culp, that is crime. So, you are out of the crime. The charge which was put on you, you are absolved from it. Absolve, acquit or exonerate or exculpate. Please note these four synonyms. I repeat again. The first word from the word AC, sharp, and quit, that is leave, that is acquit. Absolve from the root AB, that is move away, free from charge or blame, right, or discharge. The action when you absolve someone from the blame, you are totally away from the blame. Vindication, absolution, acquittal or discharge, away from the charge that has been put on you, that is exoneration or exculpate. The opposite would be conviction. You are blamed for something, you hold the liability for that thing. So, you are liable means you are answerable for that, means you have, somebody has put an, yes, that's true, allegation on you. That's the exact word we were looking for. This is the allegation, this is some kind of a blame or a charge put on someone, right? We have particularly taken the words of X in a series so that you can study them not in a jumbled form but in a togetherness, in harmony. The next word, exacerbate. Exacerbate is चीज़ को making it worse. You have seen bad, worse and worse. Making it in a worsen form, making it aggravate. See, aggravate is intensify something. The intensification can be positive, the intensification can be negative. Suppose somebody is not studying, you motivate the child, yes, you have to study. This is a positive intensifying. Somebody doesn't want to fight and you intensify and you add fuel to fire. This would be a negative kind of aggravation. So, you make a problem in a bad situation, a negative feeling, you inflame something, you make that thing too much problematic, that is the meaning exacerbate, right? Calm, quieten, reduce, lessen, right? Okay. Taking up the next word, espouse. Espouse means to support or adopt something. कोई चीज़ को ग्रहण करना, taking it, you know. You are in a way, it could be any cause, it could be any belief, it could be any way of life. You embrace it, you know. In embracing is hugging. You embrace your mother. So you embrace means you accept that. Mentally, you accept any kind of a theory. That is the word here, espouse. It is you accept that theory. So this is adoption of that theory, supporting that theory, giving a way of life to that theory. The opposite would be reject or oppose. Espouse, supporting, and rejecting the opposite. So simple. So espouse good habits, good qualities. So can easily be remembered with the word spouse. Spouse is a life partner. So that's the same, we joined together, right? This is a kind of an epithalamion song. Moving on to next word, that is epoch. Epoch is any age or era. Like when we say Gandhi and Nehru were contemporaries belonging to the same age or era or epoch. It was a great epoch of freedom fighting in India. So it's a particular period or time in history of or a person's life. It could be any age, it could be any era, it could be period, or it could be aeon. Anything which is lasting, like we have a British epoch, we have freedom epoch, we have Mangal Pandey mutiny epoch. It's a particular stage or era where that action is taking place during that period of time. Next word, epitomize. Epitomize is something which is in fact the perfect example of something. Epitomize is a representation or a perfect example given of something. Be a perfect example of, embody, incorporate, typify, exemplify. Means you set a role model. Please note the word. You act as a role model for somebody to follow. That is epitomize. Like you've seen, we usually whenever anything happens, then when a person does something wrong with it, we say this is an epitomize, this is a role model, you should follow it. This is something which should be exactly done in the same perspective. The opposite would be something you elaborate in detail. See the words very carefully. We have taken of the letter E, purposely done so that you can merge up the root X with all these words. You can remember the root Kalp, AB, and you can accept and take these words into your mind and don't let the words leak out of your mind, right? Next word. The word formidable. Formidable is something which is an alarming situation. It's a situation which inspires fear in you, which you are too much powerful, but you are forbidden to do something, right? It is inspiring fear or respect through being impressively large. आप एक fear किसी के अंदर motivate करते हो ताकि वो person impressively large चीज़ को करे. It's a powerful feeling. It's an intense or capable feeling. It's intimidating. Please note the new word specially. Intimidating, forbidding, not allowing, daunting. Right? Like dauntless is fearless, daunting is you're afraid, you're forbidden, you feel if I do this what would happen, you have that fear, you are awe-stricken. It's an alarming situation, like there's population explosion, there is a lot of other problems rising up because of many corona pandemic. So this is an alarming situation. People are having emotional problems, family ties and many other psychological problems. So this appears as a very alarming, a dangerous situation, if inspiring or fear frightened, fear stricken the person is. The antonym, comforting, easy, relaxed. You're not worried about anything. A very calm and soothing and relaxing and mitigating kind of a situation. Format. Format is exciting. The exact idiom. Instigate or incite और स्टिर अप, मतलब कोई चीज़ बिल्कुल काम और क्वाइट है, उसको आप स्टिर अप कर दो, उसके अंदर लावा भर दो. An undesirable or violent sentiment or a course of action, you incite or provoke somebody to do something. Agitation, see agitation, from this word we have the word agitate, excite, provoke something. In simply words, you are trying to provoke, the person was not doing that thing, but you are adding fuel to fire. The opposite would be allay, extinguish, very important phrasal verb. put out. We have famous lines of Shakespeare. You must be saying I am referring to Shakespeare. It's not so. Always I do that because I've read almost all the tragedies of Shakespeare, and one of the best tragedies of Shakespeare, which has Othello, when he goes to murder his wife, he first says the famous lines from Act 5, Scene 2, line number 1 to 5. Put out the light and then put out the light. Put out the light. I am taking up that phrase. Put out the light means first extinguish the candlelight. And then I would extinguish the life of my beloved wife, Desdemona. There are particular reasons for it. It's a wonderful soliloquy worth reading, and it's really epitomizing the coming generation about literature. So, this is a feeling where you are discouraging someone, extirpate or quench. You know, you have to quench your thirst of knowledge. Quench is what? Quench is satisfy. It's not only thirst of water, it is the thirst of knowledge too. Moving on to next word, fester. Fester is a negative feeling or a problem because worse or more intense could happen. You feel you have been neglecting the thing, you have been indifferent to that thing, you are not doing that thing, you are intensifying that thing, means you are rot. It's a kind of a rotten situation. It is a putrefied situation. आप उस situation को painful बना रहे हो, negative बना रहे हो. You are trying to create a lot of problem. You are indulging into that. The opposite would be indolent. Indolent is lazy, painless, curative, healing, helping, remedial. See, we all need a remedy for the problems or the things that we are facing. So, it's a kind of a remedy or healing situation, right? Next word, expedite. Expedite is to hurry up. कोई चीज़ को fasten कर देना, ठीक है? You heard the word catalyst from the root cata. What does catalyst do? Breakdown of molecules, downward the root applying. It is not a part of some atom or things or molecule, but it causes the reaction to happen very fast. A teacher, a mentor, a guide acts as a catalyst in your life. So, break down all your problems, makes things crystal clear. The clouds of confusion and the dark clouds disappear, and it's a perfect rainy rainbow in your mind. Yes. That is what accelerating, and that's what I am trying to do by my vocabulary booster. So, it's making happen sooner, कोई चीज़ का fast reaction करना, action or a process that you are doing. It is to accomplish more quickly. जो चीज़ आप एक delayed form में करते हैं, उसको आप थोड़ी जल्दी speed up कर रहे हो, ठीक है? Like you are doing a passage, you're comprehending the passage. Earlier you took at least 15 minutes to read up a passage. Now you started taking 10, 9, 8, 7. So this is what the work of the mentor was, to guide you, to motivate you, to inspire you. Yes, you can do it. It is accelerating or hurry up, or it is hasten or fasten up the thing. So, in fact, you are fastening up, right? The opposite would be naturally to delay, to hinder, to act as an obstacle or a barrier to it. See that you don't allow that thing to happen. We really want that this vocabulary booster should expedite the best from you, and I can, when you are reading a passage, any word of synonym, antonym, grammar or anything else which comes up, you are able to understand, not only understand, but attempt the word also perfectly, correctly, meticulously and carefully. Right, students? Thank you for today.